What's good, YouTube? Well, welcome back to the channel. If you are new, please consider subscribing, and also if you enjoyed the video or find it helpful, drop me a like. Finally, follow my Twitter. There's a link in the description. I'll be dropping some NBA 2K22 news over there, and enjoy. In today's video, I will be showing you guys the best and fastest VC methods in NBA 2K21 Next Gen. Also, just to clear up a couple of things first, these methods are completely legit and will not get you banned. So starting off, we are going to have the active and just farming VC method, and then later we'll do an AFK method that you can do without even being there and just put your controller down. So first, for the fast active method, we are going to start off by just scrolling over to the WNBA. I know nobody plays this game mode, but that's kind of why you're able to farm VC so easily, because 2K doesn't really monitor it or update it at all. So what you're going to want to do is obviously select the WNBA and then select the W, which is kind of like the My Career version of the WNBA. And then go ahead, create a new file or a new build. Your build honestly doesn't really matter. You can kind of speed through it. As you can see, I've done this before, but I'll just make a new one for the purpose of the video. You can do this with any position, but it is easier to be a point guard. Beyond that, everything literally does not matter whatsoever. The first thing that you 100% need to do is scroll down to options and then press settings. Once you've done that, you're able to change the game difficulty. Go ahead, leave this on Hall of Fame, and make sure quarter length is on 5. This means you're able to get the most VC in the least amount of time, which is why this method is so good. Once you've done that, you're pretty much good. Go ahead, scroll up and start the game. Obviously, you're going to want to fast forward through this. Just hold X to skip the cutscene. As you can see, we win the tip, and we don't really want the ball. There's no reason for us to have it, so you're just going to want to chuck up any shot. Once the other team has the ball, what you're going to want to go ahead and do is foul them. If you're on Xbox, you can intentionally foul by holding X, and if you're on PlayStation, you can intentionally foul by holding touchpad. As you see, when I pick up my second foul, I am subbed out, so what I'm going to go ahead and do is hold X so I can skip through this whole bench thing. Now, we're pretty much going to do the exact same thing. When we're on offense, we're just going to go ahead and chuck up a random shot, and then we're on defense, we're going to go ahead and foul the other team. You guys can kind of see where I'm going with this. Right here, as you guys can see, I pick up my third foul of the game. And then right here, I go ahead and pick up my fourth foul. They're going to bench me again. I am now subbed into the third quarter. The other team is shooting free throws. What I'm going to go ahead and do is, again, just chuck up a random shot. It doesn't matter if I make it or not. And then right here, I pick up my fifth foul. I'm going to go ahead and get benched again after my fifth foul. And then as you guys can see, I'm subbed in for the final and last time. All I'm going to go ahead and do is intentionally foul the last person of 6, which means I'm fouling out. All these cutscenes and stuff really don't matter, so just spam X so you can get through it. As you can see, the game is over. As you can see, I have an option to advance, and when I press it, you guys can see I collect my VC. And boom, just like that, I have 500 VC in pretty much no time whatsoever. It was probably only like a couple of minutes. I'll have a timer on the screen, and trust me, that timer will be 100% legit. Once you guys have played this game, you can go ahead, just hop right into the next game and spam this method. I'd recommend once you do get benched, however, you make a new build, because it's going to slow down the process a ton. This method is absolutely amazing. You get VC so quickly. I was basically able to get a 99 overall player with pretty much strictly this method and the next method I'm about to show you. So let's hop right into it. So this second method is, as I said, going to be an AFK method, which means that you don't need to be doing anything. You'll just be earning VC. However, you do need to set this method up. So what you're going to go ahead and do is scroll over to My NBA. You're going to want to go ahead, select the first option, My NBA again. Go ahead and make a brand new file. All of these settings and stuff really don't matter. They don't help or affect your method whatsoever. And you can always go ahead and change them later. Your team also doesn't matter. Pick whatever team you want. I'm just going to go with the 76ers. Right here, 2K is going to ask you if you want to auto-generate the rookies. Go ahead and do that. You may as well. Next, when you're on this calendar screen, go ahead, press circle, open up the 2K nav, scroll down a little bit to your front office, and then scroll to the right one to roster. What you're going to want to go ahead and do from there is press options to quick edit, scroll to the right a little bit, and then double tap X. This means you can just scroll down the list and upgrade everyone's attributes so everyone on your team is a 99 overall. I would highly recommend you guys go ahead and do this, since it will allow you to win every single game and get more VC. Next, you're going to go ahead and press triangle 1, 2, 3 times and you'll get put on the badge screen. I would recommend you guys also just basically do the exact same thing you did with the attributes and just give every single player Hall of Fame everything. After you've done that, you should have the best team in the entire league by far. You can go ahead and close this screen. After you've done that, you're going to want to go ahead, press circle again, open up the 2K nav. You're then going to want to go ahead, scroll down 2 options, then select tuning sliders, and then select CPU/user sliders. The only sliders that you actually need to change is down here at the fouls. If you don't know, fouls slow down the game a ton, and slower games means less VC. So what you're going to want to go ahead and do is go to each foul category and put the foul frequency down to 0. And after all the fouls are down to 0 for the CPU, you're pretty much going to want to go ahead and do the same thing for user. And as you guys can see, all of my fouls are down to 0. This means there's going to be no stoppage during the game whatsoever. After you've done that, you only need to change one more thing. Go ahead, open up the 2K nav one more time. Scroll down to options and then go ahead, select settings and then select gameplay. In the gameplay settings, the only things you need to change is the quarter length and the game speed. You're going to want to make the quarter length all the way up to 12 minutes and the game speed all the way up to 100. 2K basically rewards VC based on the minutes in the game. So having it at 12 means that there's going to be more minutes, which means you're going to be getting more VC. And then game speed at 100 means that the games are going to go by more quickly, which means you're going to be getting more VC. And just like that, you guys are basically 100% ready to be AFK. Next, all you really need to do is go to your very first game and press play. All the scouting and stuff doesn't matter. Just like let the CPU handle it. And then one very important thing that you guys need to go ahead and do is with this screen where you have the 2 teams, is make sure that your little icon on the bottom is underneath positions. It should say CPU. The reason why you're going to want to do this is because then you'll have a CPU playing for both teams, which means that you don't have to do anything and you can just be AFK. From this, go ahead and start the game, and then go ahead and put your controller down and walk away from your monitor. Right now, I don't have to do anything, and right now, I am making VC. After about an hour, the game will be done, and at the very end of the game, you'll earn 1100 VC. That's not a ton of VC, but you're basically doing it for free. It takes like 5 minutes to set up, and then afterwards, it'll take basically no time whatsoever. You basically get 1100 VC for not doing anything. Once you have this game rolling, go ahead and walk away, go somewhere else, go outside, do whatever you really want. You'll be earning VC. Overall, both of these methods are absolutely insane. If you do both of them for just a little bit, trust me, the VC will stack up and you'll be able to get an 85 or 99 overall player in no time. If you guys want to see a video where I explained how I was able to do this, be sure to check out the video in the card above. But beyond that, that's pretty much it for the video. If you did enjoy it, subscribe to the channel and drop me a like. I'll catch you guys in the next one. See ya.